Good evening, I'm Rena Ninan. Another member of President Trump's cabinet is leaving the administration under a cloud of suspicion. The president announced today Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke will step down by the end of the year. Zinke is resigning in the crosshairs of multiple investigations, just as former Trump cabinet members Tom Price and Scott Pruitt did before him. In addition to this, the president last week announced the imminent departure of his chief of staff, John Kelly, and yesterday named his budget chief, Mick Mulvaney, as acting chief of staff. The White House revolving door keeps spinning. Errol Barnett is there.
The first thing President Trump tweeted this morning was that his Interior Secretary is moving on, writing, quote, Ryan Zinke will be leaving the administration at the end of the year.
Well, I think he's done a very good job.
Last month, the president refused to fire Zinke and even defended him despite mounting investigations into his alleged misuse of power. The Interior Department's Inspector General is investigating several abusive position complaints against Zinke, referring at least one of them to the Justice Department. Last year, President Trump asked Zinke about one of the allegations against him.
He did ask Secretary Zinke just for clarification purposes. And
Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said the president wanted to know more about a $300 million contract awarded to Whitefish Energy. The Montana-based company was given a lucrative power restoration deal in Puerto Rico following Hurricane Maria, despite having only 2 employees.
It will be a Congress of transparency.
Democrats were planning on investigating Zinke's actions once they take the House majority in January. The outgoing secretary released this statement today saying, quote, after 30 years of public service, I cannot justify spending thousands of dollars defending myself and my family against false allegations.
How badly do you want that job?
I don't want that job. I love the jobs that I have now. And more importantly, I think the chief of staff is doing a really good job. And most importantly, I think the president thinks he's doing a great job as well. I believe so.
Meanwhile, despite Budget Director Mick Mulvaney telling CBS News in February he was not interested in being President Trump's chief of staff, he has now been tapped for that role, with the president announcing last night outgoing chief of staff John Kelly would be replaced by Mulvaney on an interim basis. Now, what's interesting is Mulvaney was here at the White House on Friday strategizing with President Trump ways to avoid a government shutdown when the discussion turned to Mulvaney being the next chief of staff. CBS News has learned that the two spoke late Friday for a second time before President Trump made his announcement, and that Mulvaney will continue as budget director as well. Rena?
Errol, regarding Ryan Zinke, do we know who his replacement might be at the Interior Department?
We don't yet, but Zinke's deputy, who is David Bernhardt, would be the easiest choice right now. He's already Senate confirmed, and he's ideologically in line with President Trump. But some other prominent Republicans' names have been thrown about as well. Dean Heller of Nevada, for example, the outgoing Wisconsin governor, Scott Walker, as well as Rob Bishop. President Trump says expect an official announcement next week.
Errol Barnett coming to us from the White House. Errol, thank you.